I edit for a lot of people right now. Connor, Joey, Aki Dearest, sometimes other YouTubers like Noxtaku, Sitsnap, etc. But how did it all came to be? Well, do I have a story for you? So it's 2006, and I've been doing a lot of stuff on my own. I used to make a lot of videos, just film with my friends, nothing special, you know, get the gang together. And what I majored in, or what I love to do, was special effects. Or I'd like to try After Effects and just learn new stuff through it. That's how I evolved. I would dream of something pretty much and just see how close I can get to what my dream was. After a year of doing weekly skits, I was like, okay, I'm about to finish my university, but what should I do? If any of you didn't know, I studied computer science. I finished it with a bachelor's degree. And I was supposed to go work in IT, but I was like, okay, wait, I've edited for 7 years. Can I make this a job? So half a year before finishing university, I started looking for jobs. And also, I would never, stop making videos. So why not start and try to build an audience? Because I was gonna make videos either way. Let's make a channel, to appeal to the masses. When I started my anime channel, I thought I was the hot shit, I did reviews, which were already dead at that point. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. Because reviews died a long time ago. But one of my big time favorites at the time was Angry Video Game Nerd. And that's what I tried. This is my first ever review about Joker game. I read at a script next to the camera. Yeah, that's how I started. Being awful. But I was so proud of this that I literally did what was really annoying and went on other people's channels. I didn't promote myself. I think I tried DMing them or maybe trying to get in contact with them to show them my video and get feedback on it. And I think I messaged 20 people out of who only one person responded about how to overall do better, which is kind of understandable, I guess. That's also one thing that really stuck with me, is that if you start out, nobody's really going to give you their time because you're not worth it. Even though I spent 20 hours on that video, I didn't have much to show for it in regards to other content, in regards to giving them a reason to think that I'm actually a content creator. There's so many people who make one video, maybe 3 videos, discover that they can't do it, they can't make it, and quit. Either way, you have the chance to make it if you make unique content. Thing is, I didn't. I made reviews that were old with editing that I thought was good, which really wasn't. It was okay, but it's not the best. It took me 3 months, so 12 videos to get to 10 subs. And that's with me posting it on everywhere, reaching out to everybody. I tried everything, collabing, shoutouts, nothing really worked. If you think you're gonna succeed on collabs, no, that's not gonna work. I collabed with so much huger channels who had over 100,000 subscribers. I got maybe 100 subscribers out of it. The most important thing for a person starting out, making YouTube content, is community. That's what's gonna push you forward. And that's actually the most important thing. So I would do a series called We Wars, where I would get other content creators on. And this is what propelled me forward. Because community is where you make your name. I think thanks to my combination of both making unique content and trying to be in the community, I stood out. I didn't get views, I didn't get subscribers, but I stood out in the community, and in return, a lot of other community members tried shouting me out. All of that led me to this moment right here. I'm in South Europe. I get a tweet from none other than, can you guess it? Joey, the anime man. So Joey messaged me and was like, I'm jealous of your editing skills. Can I have some, please? And I was like, I'd be up for some After Effects tutorial if needed. I was like, yeah, sure, man. Whenever you need it, let me teach you some editing. Back at that time, I didn't think of much of that message. I was like, holy shit, I was just out of my mind. Anime man, the biggest anituber who ever existed was messaging me. I was fucking ecstatic, look at me. I'm bawling. Thinking back, I was such a fucking dense motherfucker. Because a month later, he actually did ask me to, edit for him, which of course I said yes to. When I started editing for Joey, he had no idea how much to pay for editors. I had no idea how much I could charge him. So the thing is, he wanted me to give a number to him. Since he was the first person I edited and I didn't have any stable jobs, of course I fucking lowballed him so bad. I said $50 and he was like, okay, sure. I can do that. So for, I don't know, I think for 3 to 6 months, I would edit for him for $50 a video. I think one day he was like eating lunch with Garnt. He mentioned how much he pays me, and then Garnt was so surprised and was like, no, you can't do that. And afterwards, Joey was like, okay, man, you're getting a raise, and he's paying me well now. Like, you might think, okay, I'm not getting that much money. And I knew I wasn't getting that much money. I was getting like bare minimum in Estonian standard. But that didn't matter, because editing for somebody like Joey opens up so much more doors. It kind of sounds dumb, but I did also work for exposure. He put my name in the description, and I did get more people asking for work through that. Around 5 months later, Connor, cdawgva, asked me to edit for him. So, you know, moving up in the world. I, of course, said, no, I'm busy. What do you want, man? I was too busy at the time. I literally had all my plate filled. I just didn't have time for him. So I was like, okay, but, you know, I have a friend, Evanicho. You know, you should check him out. Of course, he hired Evan. Everything goes full circle. And 3 months later, he hired me back when I had more time. Contrary to popular belief, you don't really make that much from YouTubers, because yeah, they pay me well, but how much do they like publish? They publish 1 video a week, sometimes not even that much. That's not a full-time job material, even if they pay you well per video. I did improve my own stuff and gain traction and stuff, and my first actual gig came from Amino Apps, if any of you knows that. A really awful garbage site that I hated, but they started a new thing called stories. They tried stories. So they pretty much hired every anituber in existence to make stories for them for $10 to $40 per video, which was like a 10-minute video. So I got like the mid-range deal of $30 per video. I worked like 2 or 3 months for them and knocked out around $1,000 worth of content, which allowed me to finally be able to go to the Anituber Mecca, Anime Expo. This is where I finally met everybody. I met Evan, I met Connor for the first time, but yeah, that's when I started working for everybody, like Connor Dog, Trash Taste, and with everybody else now, I'm able to have editors help me with like easier stuff while I'll do the harder stuff like motion graphics and pacing. Also, sadly, all of my personal stuff really got sent into the back burner because I still kept on trying to push the limit of editing. With everything, even with We War Season 2, I upgraded until I kind of shot myself in the leg with Dr. Mudan, where I just went so far that the videos themselves took me a month to make at least. With all the props, all the set pieces, all the editing needed. That was kind of the reason why I stopped on the main channel. I was working for like 4 or 5 channels at the same time. Also trying to do full-time YouTube on my own. Too much. In return of editing for Anitubers, my own channel just suffered. 2021, I started streaming, really love streaming, kind of reinvigorated myself in creating content again because I have so many people helping me now. Like, I literally have Mudan Media Group right now. Since I had too much work, I was working like 200 hours a month or something crazy like that. I needed more help because I had no free time. And I got Danny the editor to help me. He was the first one I hired because I tried a lot of other people too before him, but it never really worked out. None of them were that good or willing to learn. And finally, I just got Danny doing full time. Took a lot of time to teach him how to edit because he had never edited before in his life. But in the end, it worked out. And now I also have Casper the editor, who also does another edit, rough cuts and stuff. So I have 2 full-time employees in my company doing edits. And I have like 4 freelancers helping me out here and there. Don't get me wrong, this isn't illegal. I don't pay them through I don't know what means. I have an actual company. Both Casper and Danny are hired in my company, and I pay a shit ton in fees. Not fees, taxes. I pay so much in taxes. I didn't know. 40% of my money goes into taxes. I hate it so much. And for what? For healthcare? To not be able to die? I mean, I guess that's good, but still. So, my tips on becoming an editor is 50% luck, 50% work. In my case, I actually do feel it was all purely about my placement in time. I got lucky that Joey saw my content. I got lucky that people noticed me in the community. But it's also 50% work. I succeeded because I'm addicted to editing. I could edit for 16 hours a day. I wouldn't get burnt out, which is a superpower or an addiction. You picked whatever you like. What's my final points, conclusions on how to become an editor? Well, put in tons of hours, be unique, be creative, be a unicorn, and then quit. Quit before you begin. That's the easy way. So this has been my entire history on how I became the editor for Anitube. Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Do you want to hear more storytime videos? Well, what do you want to know about me? What do you want to know about maybe clients that I've worked with? Leave all of your comments down below and I'll check them and add them to my idea pile. Also, 500 likes and I'll do another storytime video for you guys. Follow me on Twitch. I stream 3 times a week. It was fun.